What next? That's free. Otherwise that makes 5. There's 3 in a row there. Could that be filled? Or could it be empty? If that were filled, then this needs to connect somewhere. Oh no, that's fine, that's filled. Okay, that can't be filled though, because that would make 4, so that would have to be empty. Therefore, this would have to be filled. And that would have to be filled. That makes 4 in a row, so that's not filled. This one involves a lot of... what's the proper name for this kind of thing? Where you go quite a distance down the decision tree until you figure out, like, this isn't possible because eventually it causes this. Wait, is that the right thing? Yep. Wait, have I done that wrong? No, I've done that right. Okay. Okay, cool. And then that's empty. And that's filled in. Neat-o. Alright. Then what? That's empty. Therefore that's empty. Got this nice big area of no path. It'd be really annoying in this garden if you were like here and you wanted to get there. You'd have to walk all the way around here somewhere. You're going to end up with, I think they're called desire lines. When people want to get somewhere and they walk a lot through the grass or whatever to get to the place that they actually want to get to instead of going along the paths that have been built for them, and it makes like, well, paths in the grass. It's where people really actually wanted to walk, but the paths that were built are not in the right place. I think they call them desire lines. I'm going to double check that. Desire lines. Yes, or a desire path. Okay, yeah. Fun. Basically, it's a sign of often bad planning because people go, oh, this will look nicer if I build a path that goes like round like this, but then people want to get from here to here. And so they just walk from there to there and end up not taking that path, but just making a new path here. Anyway. So that could go at most 1 further that way. This could go here, that could be filled in for sure. Actually might be stuck around here now. Nothing's immediately standing out to me. I'm curious if there's actually more I could do up here, to be honest. Oh, there's 3 in a row. So that's empty, that's way too big. And this has to keep going, so that has to be filled in, and therefore that has to be filled in. Okay, this is good. And there's another 3 in a row there. Here. So that's empty. And that's empty. Ooh, this gives me this top left corner. Because that's 3 in a row, so this has to go this way and not there. Cool. That's been a mystery from the start. So that has to go like that, right? Fun. And that has to be empty. This is probably going to go all the way around here before coming back this way. That has to be empty. This continues going this way. This is cool. Then that's empty. But that doesn't mean that necessarily joins up to there. That could go that way. Or this could go that way and not this way. I'm not sure. Wait, this still needs to connect up though. So where's this going next? Could go both ways actually. Going one of them, but I don't know which one. Or both. Oh, actually, I do know, because if it went this way and went there, that would be a 4. But it doesn't necessarily not go this way. It could go there and then not go there. Right? Or it could just not go there at all, and maybe this joins to here and this just goes down. Right? Both of those would be fine. Oh, is there an issue there though? Okay, let's say this is like a connected area. Let's say this is going to come down this way and not go that way at all. Well, it can't go that way. Okay. Wait, that tells me something at least, right? It can't go that way and connect to here because that would form a 4, so it has to be going this way at some point. It doesn't mean that's not filled in, but it does mean that it is going down here. So in fact, that's connecting to there. Ooh. There we go. So that's 3, that's 2. Yeah, I don't know about this bit yet. Although, if that goes up next to that, which it might do, it can't continue. So it can't, because that would make a 4. So it can't actually connect up this way. So this connects up, down this way, in which case that's empty because it has to connect to there. Yes, yes, yes. And it can't go to the left because that would form a 4. Cool, and so that's empty. This has to go this way, that forms a 3. And this is empty. Cool. That works. Now, what to do in here? This goes up or down or both. What about this bit down here? That could continue. If that continues, it can't keep going, so that's empty. So this would have to go there and there, right? So these are necessarily filled in. That one maybe, maybe not. I think. Because it can't continue that way, so it has to go this way. It needs to eventually end up connected to everything else. Why did I not fill in both? There we go. I think that's right. So then that means that's empty. That has to be empty, I think, because this is going to have to go up. Yeah, and so that would form a 4. Neat. And that can't be filled in. Cool, so that tells me that one doesn't go down, it goes up from this other area up here, but this goes this way. This is coming together now. It's all falling into place. Hopefully I haven't messed up so far. No 4s anywhere, I don't think so. So this one goes up, but it can't go all the way up, so that one must be empty, in which case that comes down. Can I figure this whole thing out? That must continue going that way. So at least these 3 are filled in. Fun. Now that's all connected to there. But it has to keep going this way somewhere. But not on the O, because that would make a 4. So here. And then it has to keep going. And maybe keep going. This one's empty. So this has to go down. This is super cool. This is now going to influence it. Like this one was influencing that one, and this one's going to influence this one. I need to fill that in. Oops. There we go. That's empty because of that. I think a second ago I said that has to continue going, and then realized it doesn't. But then, realized that it didn't have to keep going. But somehow I didn't realize that it definitely can't keep going. So this goes here. Do I want to figure out this bit maybe? Don't know if I can. Could that be filled in? Sure. But then that would have to be empty then. So this has to go here. I'm not sure about that bit. This needs to be empty. Because otherwise we make a 4 there. So that goes to the right. This is going to fill everything. Whoops. There we go. That's a 3, so that's empty. That's a 3, so that's empty. Oh, so this is snaking back around that way. I really hope I'm not making mistakes. Now what though? I feel like quite a lot could happen here. That might be the end of that, and I keep this going, and it ends up coming back around and hitting there, possibly. Or maybe there's something I can figure out here, but I'm not sure what. Maybe I can figure something else down here. Wait, where does this stop? That's those two need to be joined to this, which is this area, and there's this area coming around here, which is about to come up here. Maybe it might not go up there. They might keep going this way and that way, like this and like that. So what can I work out about this? If that's not filled in, then that has to be, and then that would have to be, and that would make 4. So that is filled in. At least say that. If that's the case, then that's empty. That'll do as a circle. So if that's empty, oh, that's empty too. So this needs to connect up through here, right? That's the only way that can go right now. So it's going here, so that's empty. Cool. There. Drawing circles with a mouse is not ideal. Right, this square needs to come out somewhere, so you come out this way. And then you have to go down, in fact, because you can't go to the right, you'll make a 4. So we're going like this. So you are empty, or you are empty. From there, that is empty. So that doesn't connect immediately to there. So this must go this way. This is great. So that's empty. Maybe these connect here, or maybe they don't. Maybe we go down this way. It would be much easier to visualize what's going on if I'd used black for the fill. Yeah. I know this breaks tradition slightly, but this makes it much easier to visualize it. Okay. I can remove it at the end. Or even, let's just... there we go, slightly blue. Okay, where now? So if this connected this way, well, it can't, because that would make a 4. So it has to be going up. It doesn't mean that one's necessarily not filled, though. So it has to be going up. So these are now connected. And so this needs to keep going out this way. So that is also filled in. But that one has to be empty now. And then, yes, again, this can't come out this way. So it has to be leaving this way. So this is continuing. 2 more blocks. 2 in 1, that's nice. I feel like that should have... There we go. That's empty. Well, that now is empty for sure. So that's connected. Please let me not have made a mistake. Okay, let me circle the better. So this has to go up this way. And it has to keep going up, because if it went to the right, it would form a block that was too big. Just fill in that gap slightly. There we go. So that's empty. That's empty. So this whole bottom section is going up this way. This is leaving this way. Whoops. Okay, at that point, where do we go? If this were filled in, whoops, done it again. If this were filled in, then that would have to be empty. Sure, who cares? Can I figure out this one up here? One of these two, okay, that's empty. Here's an easy place to start. That's empty, so we're going this way. I feel like this might all fall together now. I'm going to continue going this way. So these are joined. That's empty. So these two have to come this way somehow. Either here or here. Oh, not here, because that's 3 in a row, so it's going this way. And continuing, why don't I just do both? And that's either going up or to the right. No, it's not going to the right, it's empty. Sure, that'll do. And it can't go up. Yeah, this is just solving itself now. I say that, I probably jinxed it. Could go up to the right. Okay, so now we have an actual choice, I think. Yay. Okay. Well, that's never going to be filled in, right? Because if it was, it'd need to be joined here, but then it'd make 4. So I know you're empty. It's an interesting one. just finding out that a square is empty. You don't do that very often. Except right at the start, there were a bunch of them I could tell, but other than that, like usually it's a consequence of something else happening. In that case, it was just the emptiness. Okay, where do I continue from though? Like this bit I was kind of stuck with. We've got these frontiers. Here's one frontier, here's another one, which is both the E and the bottom bit. And then the top frontier, which is this one with the S on the end of it. So let's say that continued that way. That would mean that was empty. I don't see where this is going. That's going to be a lot of stuff to figure out. Let's say that was filled in, then that would have to be empty. Yeah, so what? Can I figure out this bit? This bit feels like the most constrained. If that were empty, then this would have to keep going this way. And then that would have to be empty. This all feels fine, that could work. If that were empty, then this would have to be there, and that. And that's all connected, that's totally fine. So I could continue that way. What about this one? Can I determine something about this? If that were filled, that would have to be empty. And then, if that were filled, that would have to be empty. And then, that could be filled, but then that would have to be empty. But that could keep going that way, that could go there. Yeah, this is all fine. Is there something I can figure out on this side that I haven't done yet? Like this corner. Like if both of you were filled in, what would that do to me? So that would have to be empty. That would have to be empty. So this would have to connect out like here. Oh no, it can't be there because that would... Oh, in fact, that would block the whole thing off. Right? Yeah, it would. So they're not both filled in. One of them's filled in. But I don't think I could tell which one because it's like a symmetrical pattern. Well, except for here it's not, but if you were filled in, that couldn't be. That's not. So that would go off that way, and this would go off this way. That would go there. So that would have to be filled in. So that's not. So that would have to be. That's not. Do we end up in a similar situation? That would have to be, because this is all connected. So that would have to be. I think we're fine at that point. That's not then. This is all still connected. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We haven't ever had more than 3. It's a weird wide path. But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with wide paths. This would go out this way somewhere. Yeah, that all works. What if, though, that were filled in and that were empty? That would have to be empty. Then what? Either that's a connected region. That could be filled in. Oh, that can't be filled in. It's just going to be the same but flipped over the axis, this axis. But sure, let's keep going. Well, that would have to be filled in now. That can't be. It goes there to there. That can't be filled in. So yeah, we end up with like strips of tiles like there and there. Or if we did it the other way around, we just end up with a strip in the middle, I think, and I guess one there. Oh, go away. Go away. There we go. Is there anything wrong with either of those strips? I don't know. No. Eventually it has to break, but it can at this point, because that's where that's where the frontier from this corner ends. The checkerboard pattern ends at that point, and so that's when it can all start getting weird. I don't think that helps me with anything, though. I think this is going to fill in later. This is going to be the end point. I need to keep these coming through, or figure out something down in this corner. Maybe. Can I figure out anything here? Let's keep messing with that. Let's say you were filled in. Then you're not. So this has to come out this way somewhere. So you'd have to go there. So you're not filled in, and you're not filled in. We could go that way or that way. If it's this way, then that's not filled in, but that's totally fine. If it's this way, then that could be filled in. That's all fine. If that were empty, then we're going this way for sure, then that way. These are connected. These are not. Well, I mean, this is empty. So this is going down this way. So this is connecting to here. But you could do it in two different ways. Here, or both. So 3 different ways. Is there ever an option where that's not filled in? If you're empty, then that has to be filled in, and that's empty. So then that has to be filled in, which goes to that's empty, and that would go that way. Yeah, that's totally fine. Is there ever an option where you're not filled in? I think this is the truth. This is definitely, that has to be filled in, right? Because now I'm forcing it to go over that way. It'd have to be a full long bit of path. So this has to be filled in. That's useful. Let's put it in. I don't yet know whether I'm connecting through this way or this way, though. Right? Right. In theory, that could still be filled in or not filled in, depending on what happens up here. Well, that's 1 square.